I appreciated that you just said step 5 is not getting mad at yourself for having a step 1 moment. I was trying to make my Christmas cards and Hanukkah cards and get them out timely, and things started intervening, and it seemed to snowball the way they intervened. And so I'm trying to figure out what I could do differently.
We're going to make a really strong statement here, and if you can hear it and practice it, you will find the magic in this. Not magic, but practical application of utilizing the laws of the universe. At whatever point that you recognize that the momentum feels like it's against you, step away from it. Back away from it. Set it aside. Turn it over to the universe. Give it to the universe. Say something like, you know what I want. I've set it all in motion. Do your best with this. I'm out of here for a little bit. Because you're the only one messing it up. You put it into the vortex, and the vortex is doing its job, and law of attraction is doing its job. And even more, source energy is all over it. And all kinds of cooperative components are coming into place. But there is a human tendency, Esther has it too, to be in control of things, and it's in control of conditions. You see, you don't want to try to be in control of conditions. You want to be in control of your own vibration, and the conditions will follow. So when you're trying to be in control of conditions and you can't control them, now your vibration's all out of whack, and now the universe is responding to an out of whack vibration. So just relax. Esther remembers watching someone in a big, beautiful motorhome. It was at least $1 million bus. It was beautiful and shiny and new. And there was a big sign on this gate that said, if you are longer than 40 feet, do not turn here. Make the loop all the way around. In other words, rather than turning from here where there wasn't enough room, go all the way around and you can get right out. Well, they didn't see the sign or whatever and turned and scraped the whole side of their beautiful bus on the gate at this RV park, and tore the gate right off of its rack, an electric gate, and did thousands of dollars of damage to the side of their bus. The doors wouldn't even open on the lower bins. It was a big thing. And Jerry and Esther stood there, and they didn't know what to say, because they were trying to flag them down. They were trying to get them not to turn there. They couldn't stop it from happening. And then they witnessed what felt like a tragedy to them. And Esther was standing there as the front door opened, and a woman stepped out. It was a couple. And Esther said, oh, I'm so sorry about that. She said, it's just paint and metal. It's just paint and metal. And Esther said, oh my God. She couldn't believe that this woman was so easy about something that looked so big and bad and awful to her. It's just paint and metal. Jerry said he must do that a lot. She's adapted. But we would like all of you to adapt to things happening, and so what? Oh good, something else to create around. Since you are an eternal being and there's never-ending wonderful things for you to focus upon and be the steward of it becoming a reality about, then is there really any reason to be upset about anything, or to put unnecessary time restrictions on yourself, to get all bound up, to measure yourself against what? There's only one thing that you want to care about, and that's being in the receptive mode. And not because of what it will yield you, because how it feels when you're in the receptive mode. You could have an intention or a desire to amass quickly $1 million or more, and it's not likely that that's going to happen today. The condition of $1 million being in your possession, it's unlikely that it's going to happen today. But there is a vibrational version of that that is highly likely. You could feel prosperous. You could feel abundant. You could feel free. You could find the vibrational version of that. You could find the unconditional version of that. You could have said, I'm sending my well wishes to all of these people I love vibrationally. And they're getting so much glut of stuff in the mail right now, mine will stand out when they get it in February or March. Esther receives so much mail and correspondence and well wishes that the girls just put it in boxes. They try to categorize it for her. And when she comes to look at it, she's overwhelmed by it. Even if she spent the whole week that she's going to be home, she couldn't even open it all or read it all or respond to it all. And she said to us years ago, Abraham, what should I do about this? What should I do about all of these kind people sending me all of this whatever that they want me to respond to? And Abraham says, see it and receive it with the love that they have sent it, and project to them an appreciation for what they have done, and recognize that the greatest value came to them when they wrote it, when they offered it, not when they're getting something back from you about it. In other words, find a way to put yourself in the receiving mode every time as much as you can. It's all about self-soothing. Because if you're mad at yourself for not getting it done, if you're angry that you haven't checked off your list on something, if you're worried that someone will judge you or that they will be disappointed because they didn't hear from you, or any of those things that sometimes you all feel about different things like that, then you're not in the receptive mode. And the receptive mode is all you have to give to anyone. When you are in the receptive mode, you're in the replenishing mode. And when you're in the replenished mode, then you have good timing. Then ideas come to you. An idea about someone who would like to hear from you, who's also in the receptive mode when hearing from you would be a good thing to do or happen right here and now. When you're in the receptive mode, everything rendezvous for you. It's like getting into traffic at the appropriate time, getting into traffic at the inspired moment, taking an inspired direction, exiting and getting back on. In other words, there's all kinds of information that is available to you from this broader perspective who sees everything that you are. Your inner being knows where you are in relationship to everything that you want. Everything that you want, not just the big things, every single thing that you want. Your inner being knows where you stand in relationship to all of it. Haven't you ever been on your way out the door and you've completely forgotten about something that you really need to take with you, like the keys to the Delmar house, since that's where you're going? And on your way out the door, the thought comes to you, where do you think that comes from? And if you are frustrated because you are running late, that idea is being offered to you, but you don't receive it. You don't even remember that you don't have the keys until you need the keys. You see what we're getting at? The receptive mode is everything. It's clarity. It's happiness. It's joy. It's appreciation. It's good timing. It's right place, right time. It's life-giving. It's health. It's well-being. And it's a whole lot of things that are going to turn into really good stuff as a result of staying in that vibration more of the time.